Let's be real, we've all been there. You're on a long-haul flight, you're absolutely exhausted, but you just can't get comfortable enough to sleep. Well, in this explainer, we're going to crack the code on how to actually get some quality rest, even in that tiny economy seat.
You know the pose I'm talking about, right? The head bob that jolts you awake, neck bent at a crazy angle. Maybe you even do that awkward slow-motion lean onto the person next to you. It's pretty much a universal travel nightmare, but I promise, it does not have to be your reality.
So what is it that's working so hard against us? I mean, why is sleeping on a plane so ridiculously difficult? To win this battle, you first have to know your enemy, so let's break it down.
Okay, your mission for sleep has a few major opponents. First, the obvious ones. The seats are cramped, there's no space, and you've got that constant engine drone mixed with people chatting. Then there's the light pollution, from reading lights and phone screens. And of course, the never-ending parade of people and flight attendants walking up and down the aisle.
But here's the secret villain you might not even think about: the air itself. The humidity on a plane is often under 20%. To put that in perspective, that is drier than the Sahara Desert. This dehydrates you like crazy, and that makes fatigue and jet lag so much worse. It's a huge reason why getting real rest feels impossible.
So, with all that stacked against you, how do you even stand a chance? Well, the good news is you absolutely can win this fight, and it all starts with a solid game plan before you even pack your bags.
In fact, there's one single decision you'll make, probably weeks before your flight, that will have the biggest impact on your sleep, more than almost anything else. Yep, it's your seat selection. Think about it. Are you usually just clicking on whatever's available, or are you actually picking your seat with a sleep strategy in mind? Because where you sit is everything. It can literally make or break your flight.
So let me just say it plainly. If you want to sleep on a plane, the window seat is your absolute best friend. It is, without question, the best seat in the house for anyone hoping to get some shut-eye.
And this chart shows you exactly why. Just look at the breakdown. The window seat gives you a solid surface, the wall of the plane, to lean against. That is a total game changer. You also have the fewest disturbances, since nobody's crawling over you to get to the bathroom. And you control the window shade. You get to decide if it's light or dark. The aisle in the middle, they just can't compete on any of these fronts.
Now, picking the right seat is only half of it. You also have to know which seats to actively avoid. Seriously, there are some spots you should steer clear of at all costs.
Welcome to the no-sleep zone. First, anywhere near the bathrooms. You get constant foot traffic, the sound of the toilet flushing, and that blast of light every time the door opens. Same goes for the galleys where the crew hangs out. It's bright, it's noisy. And the back row middle seat? That's the trifecta of terrible. It's loud, it often doesn't recline, and you're squeezed in. Just don't do it.
Okay, so you did it. You snagged that perfect window seat. So now what? The next step is figuring out how to make that tiny little space actually comfortable, which, let's be honest, it was not designed to be.
You've really got two main proven options here. First is the window lean. Classic, effective. You just use the wall for support and you won't get that head bob that keeps waking you up. But then there's the forward fold. Now, it might look a little strange, but trust me, leaning forward and resting your head on a pillow on the tray table takes so much pressure off your lower back. In fact, one survey actually found that travelers rated this as the single best position for sleep. It might just be your new favorite.
Okay, you have the perfect seat, you have your position dialed in. The final piece of this puzzle is your gear. A few simple items can completely transform your tiny seat into a private little sleep pod.
First up, the eye mask. You have to think of this as your own personal blackout curtain. Complete darkness is a powerful signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. Blocking out all those little bits of light from screens and reading lamps is absolutely essential.
Next, you got to control the sound. Whether you go for fancy noise-canceling headphones or just a cheap pair of foam earplugs, you need to create your own cone of silence. Drowning out that engine drone and all the cabin chatter lets your brain truly relax and get into a much deeper sleep. And finally, do not forget the humble neck pillow. This thing is your head's best friend on a plane. Its entire job is to give you that crucial support so your head doesn't droop and you don't wake up with a horrible, painful kink in your neck. Proper support is key.
So, let's pull all these pieces together. You really don't have to stumble off the plane feeling like a zombie anymore. All you need is a simple, straightforward plan.
Here it is, your 3-step plan. It's super easy. 1. Choose wisely. Grab that window seat away from all the commotion. 2. Perfect your position. Commit to the window lean or the forward fold. And 3. create your bubble. Use your toolkit, eye mask, earplugs, neck pillow to just block out the world.
At the end of the day, you have way more control over your in-flight comfort than you think. It's not about getting lucky, it's about being smart. So the next time you fly, don't just endure it, conquer it. Arrive feeling rested, refreshed, and actually ready to go.